What a shot!
And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's San Antonio. They're up by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflect.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Will be a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Leonard playing extremely well. He's got 19 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
So for Oklahoma City right now, on the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. And it's Westbrook and a point guard. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Waiters. They grab their own miss. And Adams with the slam.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition. And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Oklahoma City trailing. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And here we go. It's Parker outside, and the shot is good. Parker's got 17 now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Leonard, no luck.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Leonard with the ball, guarded now by Durant. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. a record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. Let's take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 4th in scoring, 10th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Parker. Leonard with the steal. Westbrook with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Leonard the pass to Parker. Stolen by Waiters. And here we go with Waiters. Running it up the court. That's good. And now it's up to 25 points for Russell Westbrook.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Thunder trailing by 8. And, of course, Tony Parker so big for... San Antonio and those championship runs, but word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
San Antonio leading by 8. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Waiters. That one off the back iron and out. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Pulls up, high post, and there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Durant. Durant's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here's Leonard from 3. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 26 points.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Well, through 3 quarters. welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Thunder trailing by 11. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, if you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Parker. Waiters gets a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Bulls. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Pass to Aldridge. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good. It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And Leonard gets it to go.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Waiters dishes to Durant. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Parker. The quick look, no good that time. San Antonio leading by 18. Now the dish to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Duncan, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Here's Waiters. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Leonard, the pass to Parker. It's stolen by Adams. Parker with the steal. Duncan kicks to Parker. Leonard attacking. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Westbrook. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Westbrook's got 27 points.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to. Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.